Hi, I'm Dana, and we're over in my little corner again, so I can tell you what I watched in March. I know that I'm posting this a little bit late. I've had a lot going on. I've been a busy girl. It's been a lot. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. So, despite having had a lot on in March, I still got quite a lot watched because I was very like, I need to have watched everything my favourite writer has done before I see her do a talk in real life, and she's sat in front of me. I need to have done it all. So I did. So I'm going to start with movies because I didn't do very many movies. My favourite writer don't like movies. I'm not there for them. So I did see Whistle because, I don't know if I know her name. I don't care about Americans. I only care about Northern British people for the most part. I want to say her name's Sophie Nélisse. I don't think it is. The girl that's in Yellow Jackets, fucking Shauna, is in another horror film where she's a lesbian. I was like, I'm right behind that. So I saw that one in the cinema. It had a very, it follows, very typical 2020s horror film. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was fine. I'd watch it again if someone else wanted to. I'm not going to be like, I want to watch that again. You know? I'm not disappointed by it. It was fine. I saw that Ready or Not 2 was coming out. I saw the trailer for it in the cinema and Elijah Wood was there, and I was like, how am I not already onto this then? So I watched the first one. So it's this woman's getting married, and on her wedding night they're like, we're gonna play a little game, but the game's fucking horrible, and that's the film essentially. It doesn't sound like it's gonna be all that great, but it's absolutely brilliant. It's a film that's filled with feminine rage, genuinely. I feel like that term gets thrown around a lot these days, and it tends to just be does a woman scream at some point? Great. She's not angry about anything for the entire film, but there's a moment where she screams. So female rage, man, feminine rage, we're really getting down with it. But Ready or Not, and also Get Help, that I think I saw in February, actually feminine rage, beautiful, brilliant, gorgeous. So I did then also end up watching Ready or Not 2 because I'd watched the first one to be able to watch it. They're both incredible. I heavily recommend watching them back to back if you can. I had a little break between them and it was fine. I dealt with it. I'm going to have an afternoon where I sit down and watch them back to back. Ideal, perfect, lovely for that. Then on to my shows. I did do some rewatches. I have done some rewatches, and my first rewatch was No Offence because it'd be really embarrassing if I fucked up my third favourite writer's name, wouldn't it? Paul Abbott? The man that wrote Clocking Off and also Shameless. It's kind of old now. It's from 2016, I want to say. But it's got Joanna Scanlon and Sacha Dhawan in it. And it's a little man cop show. It's a little cop show set in Manchester. They're all little cops. They're all go around being little man cops. I love it. It's got more comedy elements than a lot of the cop shows that I watch. And I really enjoy that. It's a really nice break from really heavy things like Happy Valley and that. Funny little laugh. It's just a nice show. It's good. I like it. There's still people getting doused in petrol. It's not that far off my normal cop shows. And Joanna Scanlon's there. So I'm not making a major left turn away from my usual things, but it's on Channel 4 instead of BBC, so it feels a little bit different. Feels like I'm doing something. I don't even know what inspired this. I think I saw part of an episode on TikTok and was like, oh yeah, I did watch that at some point years ago. So I watched American Horror Stories. Not American Horror Story, the Stories, the spin-off one. And I do quite enjoy anthology shows as a rule, if they're decent, but it was literally there is one standout episode per season if you're lucky. I wouldn't recommend it. I didn't overly enjoy it. I think it's absolutely the kind of thing that you would be best off speaking to someone who's watched it and asking which episodes to watch instead of watching the whole thing. I really didn't think it was worth it. It felt like quite a waste of time, and especially by the time I got to the last season, I just wanted to be finished with it. I just wanted to be done. I wouldn't recommend it. Then I rewatched Dr. Foster because we're going to be getting a third season soon. I'm really excited for that because it's another Serene Jones show. Oh, she's not a cop in this one, she's a doctor, and her whole life sort of just falls apart because her husband's a massive twat. Her husband, I'm fairly sure his name's Simon in it because he annoyed me that much that I actually took note of his name because I fucking hate that man. He is one of the most annoying characters that I've ever watched in a fucking TV show because he's not even evil. I would feel better if he was a horrible, awful, evil monster fucking Tommy Lee Royce or something. That would make it easier for me to cope with this man. The fact that he's just such an ass. He's not evil, he's not awful, he's not a monster, he's just such a fucking dickhead. He's just so annoying. He really pisses me off, but all the other characters in the show, not all of them, but the vast majority of the other characters in the show are so likeable that even when they're doing extremely morally questionable things, I'm so on their side, just because, like, why shouldn't you? If you've got an arsehole like Simon in your life, just do what the fuck you want. It don't matter anymore. And that is kind of what she does. And I really like that for her. And we're also 10 years after season 2, we're going to be getting season 3, and I'm really excited for it. So I had to do a little rewatch. And also, Dr. Foster's one that I hold, like, quite close to my heart, because it's what I was watching not this last time I moved, but the time before. And, like, obviously that all fell to shit and was absolutely horrible, and that's why we've had to move again and we're here now. But also, like, I had so much hope during that period. I was like, oh yeah, I'm watching my little show, putting my bed together, like, thinking things are going to be, like, looking up and getting great. And, like, yeah, I was wrong, but I felt really good in the moment when I first watched it. And I still kind of feel like that when I watch it. It's definitely a comfort show for me, even though the man, like, really, what man doesn't annoy me, you know? I then, with The Serve, we watched At Home with the Braithwaites. I fucking loved it. This was one that I knew, that, like, I just, from reading about it, from seeing things about it, from having heard other people's opinions about it in The Server, I was just like, this is gonna be a show for me. So basically, this little girl buys her mum a lottery ticket, and her mum wins a shit ton of money, and then it's off they go from there. She initially doesn't tell her family, and they later find out. There's lesbians. It's written by Sally Wainwright. It's got Sarah Smarty. It's got Peter Davis in it. Like, it's got Kevin Doyle in it. It's a great mix of the actors that I like. It's a great mix of all the things that I like. It's absolutely, like, up there. I really deeply enjoyed it. It's one that I'm absolutely going to be rewatching. I thought that Virginia Braithwaite was the most relatable lesbian that I've ever watched in any media in my whole entire life. And don't get me wrong, she's not my favourite lesbian, but she's just like me. I've never felt so understood by a character on screen. She is just like me. By which I mean, she just goes after this woman and she's like, I know you're awful and too old for me, but I can't tell you what it is. I just adore you. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. So I really deeply enjoyed that. We're also soon to be getting another season of Vigil. So I rewatched Vigil, and I enjoyed it so much more this time than I have previous times. I think I might have only watched it once before, all the way through. But I tried to watch it so many times prior to that, and I just couldn't get into it. And I do think part of it is maybe that the murder she's investigating in the first season is the guy that was really horrible to Lindsay Denton in Line of Duty. Like, I haven't even bothered to learn this man's real name. I just fucking hate him because he was really mean to Lindsay Denton. So I think maybe my brain picked up on that before I, like, recognised who he was and was like, we don't care about this man. Like, why is Serene Jones going through all of this absolute bollocks in order to, like, find out who murdered him? I don't care. I don't think anyone else should care. So it took me a while to get into, and then when I finally did actually watch it all the way through, I really enjoyed it. And on this rewatch, I absolutely enjoyed it a lot more than I have on prior rewatches. I think it often takes me a long time to get used to the characters and to, like, get used to, especially because I watch things that are my little actors and they're my little people. It can take me quite a hot minute to sort of adjust to the person that they are in the new thing that I'm watching and get used to it and to, like them and not feel like they're kind of being fake, because, like, why is she not Gemma Foster? Why is she not Rachel Bailey? It's a little bit odd, it's a little bit weird. It takes me a minute to adjust. But I did really enjoy it a lot more this time, and I can see myself rewatching it again in future, especially when we have another season, especially if they get seasons after that. Like, why would I not want a little lesbian cop show with Serene Jones and that girl that played Ingrid in Game of Thrones? Love it. I then very regularly rewatch Clocking Off. You've heard me talk about Clocking Off. Very nearly everything that I watch has somebody out of Clocking Off in it, and normally more than one person. The people out of Clocking Off come in fucking pairs, mate. There's always at least 2 of them, and I deeply, deeply, deeply enjoy that. I really fucking adore that. I love all of the fucking actors that are in Clocking Off. I love the writer. I love it. And don't get me wrong, there's so many episodes that I might already fucking hate this episode, by the way. But there's just such a vibe to it that I deeply adore, by which I mean I really love Yvonne. I'd die for Sarah Lancashire's little factory worker. I just love her so much. And it's funny as well, because I only originally watched it because of fucking Philip Glenister being in it. I was like, oh my god, there's people from Ashes to Ashes in it. And now there's someone out of Clocking Off in literally, like, every single show that I genuinely, like, deeply enjoy. So I just have to rewatch it sometimes. It's just how it goes. I then watched After the Flood because the new season was out, but I realised that I didn't remember, like, anything about what had happened in the last season, so I had to go back and rewatch that. So I just watched both seasons that are out, and it's another one that I really did enjoy in a lot of ways, but also I don't like it when Philip Glenister talks to Lorraine Ashburn. It makes me really uncomfortable. I really don't like it. I don't really particularly like it when he interacts with Sophie Rundle either, but I really don't like it when Philip Bannister and Lorraine Ashbourne talk to each other. I don't like them being in the same room. I don't like them interacting. I didn't enjoy that at all. However, the other side of that is that it gives me a deep, deep thrill when Philip Bannister and Nicholas Cleves interact, because I'm like, oh my god, we're getting extra Ashes to Ashes content, look at this. And we're not, but we absolutely are. So After the Flood is just another Yorkshire cop show where they find a body in an elevator, and at first they think that he died during the flood because there's been a flood and that's why it's after the flood, but they realise that he was actually murdered and then put there like at some point during or after the flood, or like maybe directly before, I don't really fully recall. It's not my favourite of cop shows, it's not my number one, it's never going to, it's not in my top 10, but for like when I want a little Yorkshire cop show that's not one of the ones that I rewatch on a constant loop, I can see myself watching this one again. I didn't hate it. I didn't have anything like deeply against it. I just didn't like seeing Philip Bannister talk to Lorraine Ashbourne. I think she's better than that, quite frankly. Like, that's my favourite man as well. Like, out of like all of the men in the world, Philip Bannister's my favourite one. And I still just have like a variety of women that I'm like, oh well, I don't like you interacting with her. I don't think you should be doing that, mate. Not a fan. I then rewatched Riot Women because I was making my friend watch it, and this feels like a lie to put in my book, to be honest with you, because like there were bits where I were cooking for it, there were bits where they were watching it while I fucked off to bed, so I don't feel like I really deeply, truly, properly did a Riot Women rewatch, but I did rewatch a lot of the scenes and was aware of what was happening and kept up with the story and deeply enjoy it every fucking time. And then, because I'd already done At Home with the Braithwaites, and the month before I did like Jane Hall and The Amazing Mrs. Pritchard, and I know there was something else, but we're moving on. So I finally watched Spark House, and I'll be completely honest in that it's probably my least favourite Sally Wainwright thing. It's my least favourite thing she created, but also in the scheme of like things that have been created on Earth, it's definitely up there for me, you know? It is her version of Wuthering Heights, but I haven't actually watched or read any version of Wuthering Heights, so it's the only Wuthering Heights I've got. I don't really understand how it's connected to the vague knowledge that I do have of Wuthering Heights, but I didn't hate it. Look, yeah, the main character, the main woman in it was Sarah Smart, and I just watched her play Virginia Braithwaite, the most relatable lesbian that I've ever seen in my whole entire life, and all of a sudden she's yearning for a man. Ugh. But I got through it, and I didn't hate it, and I think that it's something I will rewatch at some point when Sarah Smart isn't Virginia Braithwaite to me, when my brain's like readjusted and forgotten about her a little bit and I can accept her as a new character. That's when I'll do a rewatch and like it a lot more, I think. And I won't lie to you, I really wish that instead of watching After the Flood I'd rewatched Gentleman Jack, because it was like directly before I went and spent a week in Halifax doing the Ann Lister birthday week, and I haven't watched Gentleman Jack in like quite a good little bit of time. Like I want to say it was maybe the first thing that I like actually watched from Sally Wainwright, and I love it a lot, don't get me wrong, but I love Happy Valley and Last Tango in Halifax and Jane Hall a hell of a lot more. I'm sorry, but it's true. So yeah, I didn't rewatch it, but now I really want to. But I have so much on at the minute. Like, I've just listened to the new radio drama that Amelia Bulmer's done. There's a new show coming out called Missed Call, I think, on Thursday that has Joanna Scanlon in. Obviously, like, I'm in the middle of watching Where the Heart Is, which is 10 seasons long, but Sarah Lancashire and Pam Ferris are in it, so it's actually fucking great, and it's also written by Ashley Farrow. Like, it's really hitting the spot. But also, when I started that, I was like, I completely forgot that I was actually like 3 episodes into Fraud, and I'm just like paused halfway through an episode of that, and I need to go back and watch that. And I'm watching Happy Valley with a friend, and I've got so many little things at the minute that it's actually stressing me out quite a lot, and I really need to finish some things before I start anything else. So yeah, I know that like barely anyone watches these, and they're much more for myself than they are for anybody else, but now that we're finished, I would also like to have a little bit of a chat with you, and I'm afraid that this is going to become a bit of a feature at the end of my videos for the foreseeable, because you might have been thinking, wow Dana, that's such a nice vest you're wearing, and it is, isn't it? It's fucking gorgeous. I feel very fancy in it. I'm really happy with it. It's a perfect fit. It's like tailored to me. It's flawless, and it was made by one of my best friends, and they sent it to me from America along with like so many great fucking snacks. I have filmed an unboxing of that I'm intending to put on the Patreon as my first like Patreon exclusive video, so like keep an eye out for that. Maybe go and join the Patreon if you haven't already. I'm sorry, I'm asking you for money. You don't have to join my Patreon because I'm asking you for money here, because my friend is in a situation where their partner can't safely leave the house, essentially. When they're going to medical appointments, when they're going out, they don't go out to do fun things, because when they go to medical appointments, they can't even get appropriate transport for that. So they're being injured and they're in a lot of pain just trying to get back and forth to medical appointments, and they're often ended up stranded. And it's a whole fucking situation with them where they just don't have any sort of access to suitable transport. So as such, they've started a GoFundMe that I'm going to link down below, and I'm going to ask you to donate to it if you can. I'm going to ask you to share it about if you can't, like just getting eyes on it, having more people see it, doing what we can to try and assist someone to be able to have a much higher quality of life and being able to like leave the house and go out and actually do fun things and like live as a person, because they're stuck at home, and every time they do leave the house to go out and do something, they're having to recover from that, and they're being left in pain and being left with extra injuries. And it's a whole situation. Like I said, the link will be down below. If you go and click on it, you can get their actual story and their perspective on it, and not have me just like, my friend's in a really hard situation. Like they've put a hell of a lot of effort into writing a full rundown of what they're going through and what they're dealing with, for you to be able to read and help them out if you're able to. If you've watched any of my fucking videos, you know I don't even like asking people to follow me. I don't even like that. But it's one of those things where we have a little community here, and I would really hope that we are able to come together to some degree to try and help somebody out and to help them get into a better situation. Because like, fuck knows, the friends that I made from this channel came and helped me do it. So like, it would be lovely if we could put the effort in and I don't want to pressure anyone. I don't want to put it across in a shitty way. I don't want to be one of those people, you know? I don't want to do that. But also, they're one of my best friends, and I hear about their life all the time, and this is something that would make it so much easier for them, and it would just be absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to ask you for anything else. If you, like, just share that. If you can donate, that would obviously be the best thing ever. But if you could just share it, I would deeply appreciate it. I know that my friend would deeply appreciate it. It would be absolutely lovely of you. So that's that. Jesus Christ. Okay, whoever you are, wherever you are, if you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I will see you again in a couple of days.